I'm gonna put this thing on double speed, just to make it a little more confusing.
Once you understand how the patterns are constructed, this is the only thing you need to memorize to be able to play every scale and mode in every position.
Yeah.
Note that both scale degree 1 and 5 start with XX. You'll have to remember that scale degree 5 starts with 3 X's, whereas scale degree 1 starts with only 2.
Good, yeah, just remember that.
Let's do a few examples to see how it all fits together.
Remember
So you can play a
that.
G major
Stop,
scale starting on the
stop,
first
stop. Remember that. Scale degree 1 starts with 2 X's, 5 starts with 3 X's. It's like, what? Let's keep going.
We find G on the 6th string of our fretboard and then look at the
Good.
chart.
Oh, good. We're using letters now. Nice. Further confuse me. What is a G? I've never even heard of that.
And remember the horizontal ordering of the shapes.
Jesus Christ. Dude, this is insane. This isn't helping anyone. There's no way these people are like, yeah, dude, this thing rocks. I've been playing for 70 years, and finally, I have the mental faculties to understand this crap.
The pattern for scale degree 1 starts with 2 X shapes. Play those first 2 shapes. Next comes shape
Oh,
Y.
God, I just can't help but think, like, you could just memorize actual music theory if you're gonna memorize this. Clearly you can memorize and learn stuff if you're learning this, because this isn't, like, that easy to look at. I'm just saying, like, whole steps and half steps, that's all you need to play this stuff. Start on the root. Know that the scale, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Say it out loud with me. Dora the Explorer style. What's the major scale? Whole, whole, half, whole, whole, half. One more time. I don't care if I'm being annoying. Say it with me. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Commit that to memory. Never let it go. That's your scale. Okay, start on G. Root, whole, whole, and then if you want to do a string crossing half, that's 5 fret span. We try to avoid those, but whatever. Half, whole, whole. Next one's going to be whole, which we do by that. And then half. We come out to the same thing, but there's no XYZ stuff in, like, memorizing. You just know where the root is. You can build the whole scale going on one string and you'll cover the entire fretboard and then just extend it out from there. Here, I'll show you. It's so easy. Starting on G. I'm pretty sure that's a G. I don't know, 3rd fret 6th string. Whole, whole, half, whole, whole, whole. I ran out of frets. Oh, no, I didn't. Half. Okay, great. So, same thing. Root, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. That's the root again. Whole, whole, half. And then it changes for 3rd to 2nd. Everything gets a little tighter. Whole, and then it's back to normal. Whole, whole, half. And then we can go one more whole just to complete the position. And we can do a half below the root, because you know how it ends with half and then it goes to the root again. Put a half under there. We have one of the positions. It's done. Let's start here. So off of this half, we do a whole. That's already there. Whole, whole, half, and we just keep building it this way. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, whole, whole, half, whole. Then I can do whole, whole, half, and then we're gonna end up filling out everything doing this. I'm building it on this chart, but you can totally do it in real time too, like root, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, root, whole, whole, half, root, whole, whole, half, up, up, da. And then once you play it, like, of course, if you want to move around, you need to memorize the actual, like, pattern. You can't just build it consecutively. Unless you're Tom Hess, you're not just playing, like, straight up scales like that, right? Like, you're probably gonna move around. So you're still gonna have to memorize these if you want to do that. Because guess what? Even if you have the XXYYX whatever thing, you can still build it in real time on the fly, as he said it, using that. And you get to talk to, like, a saxophone player or a clarinet player, and you can use language that they understand, and they'll respect you as a musician. And you're not gonna break out the XY patterns. And they're like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, that sounds insane. Like, that's not music. I know that the comments' lives were changed by this crap, but it's crap. It's total crap. All right, moving on.
And with it, we move to shift up 1 fret when moving from shape X to shape Y. After that, we move to shape Z, but shifting up a fret.
Dude, heck, dude, Z? Once you get to Z, that's the solo gets freaking good there, yeah.
To the 2nd string, and then end the pattern with your 2nd C shape. As you can see, the pattern we just built is identical to the original pattern 1.
You know, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. It's identical.
Anywhere up and down the fretboard. If you want to play this pattern in the key of A rather than G, just slide the whole thing up to the 5th fret.
Just slide it up. Just shove it up like it doesn't even matter.
If you want to play in F sharp, slide it down to the 2nd fret. This is completely movable. Let's try B flat starting on the 3rd scale degree. Our degree of B flat is D. Find D on your fretboard, and once again, look at the chart and remember the horizontal.
What are your 3rd degree of what is what? Oh no, dude. Is this actual music you're spitting at me? What's the XY pattern for that?
The pattern for scale degree 3 starts with Y and Z. Play those first 2 shapes. Z is followed by the 2nd Z, and then an X. Notice we haven't shifted up. All our finger shapes are still on the 9th fret. Up to this point, we haven't come across a situation that requires a shift up. Our next finger shape, however, is moving from the 3rd string to the 2nd string. So we play our next X shape up 1 fret.
Dude, this is so sad because this would only be made by somebody, like, he invented this. I know he invented this, giving it all these wacky names. He must have never, like, learned theory formally, and this is what it had to come to. By the way, when people ask, like, is it worth getting a guitar teacher? This is what happens when you don't have a guitar teacher and you're, like, kind of smart. You start inventing insane crap like this that's, like, not useful at all. Maybe this would be useful, like, in the Dark Ages when there was no knowledge on anything, and, like, you just kind of have to invent stuff, like, every generation. But this is completely unnecessary and stupid now. I've said the correct alternative to this already. I don't need to explain it again. But this is what happens when you don't have a guitar teacher. You come to the same place that you would with a guitar teacher, but it takes way more time, and you get there in a really stupid way, like this. I'm being mean. I get I'm being mean. I don't care. I'm gonna be mean.
And follow that with another X. We'll do one more for scale degree 2 in the key of F sharp.
Thank
The second
God.
scale degree of F sharp is G sharp.
Why not just label the frets A, B, C, D, E, F, G? Why are you even using the correct notes? Because you already don't care about music theory. So why not just make up a new name for everything? Why even call these 1, 2, 3, 4? Why not, like, red, orange, green, yellow? Like, name the fingers after that. Do a color-coded thing on the... That's how you write in your fingerings. Just reinvent everything if you're gonna do this. Like, why not? You're already not using music theory. Why use a little bit of music theory to describe the actual, like, parts of the guitar, and then come up with this other stuff to describe patterns? Just go all in. Just make everything up.
G sharp on your fretboard. Look at the chart and remember the horizontal order of the shapes. The pattern for scale degree 2 starts with
Remember
C.
the shapes. This chart, this should be, like, in your mind. You should just think of this anytime you think of the guitar. You think of the scale degree, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, starting shapes. XX, ZX, YX, XY, XXX, whoa, don't demonetize me, ZZ, YY. It's like, why not? Just memorize that, you know? Well, sorry, XXX with a little sun character in the superscript. Because sure, why not? All right.
First two shape. Next play shape X followed by another shape.
Got that XXS. Dude, that's my favorite.
Third string, we have the shape X followed by shape Y. So we shift up a fret. And we're moving from the third string to the second string. So we shift up another fret for a 2-fret shift total.
Yeah, dude.
Now play the second shape Y.
God.
In this example, we have a C major scale beginning on the third fret of the fifth string.
Okay, this
We're starting the
isn't...
shapes.
There's no possible way he's going to say something that's going to make me go like, oh, I take back everything I just said. This is actually a really great video. Let's just go.
It's virtually identical to patterns.
Sorry, what was that?
We've been constructing. Type.
Trying patterns together. Whoa, we're putting them together? Now that you got that, let's make it a little harder, shall we?
DNA in a genome.
No, do you just compare this to DNA?
Each of the patterns we've been constructing tie into each other like sequences of DNA in a genome.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, like something super easy like that, right? Yeah.
Look at this diagram and note how pattern 1 on the fifth string is virtually identical to pattern 5 on the sixth string.
Yeah,
When we
okay.
overlay two patterns like this, we can see that all these are actually subsections of a single larger pattern.
Oh, I
However, as you write
hate this so much. Modes.
It's also
Oh, yeah, let's throw some modes in here. Dude, heck yeah.
patterns to play all the natural modes. Each major scale pattern is also one of the 7 modes.
Because, you know, the natural modes, that's, like, useful for everyday playing. Knowing how to play all 7 modes, you're going to be improvising with those. Like, unless you're playing, like, advanced jazz. What's the point of that? If you need this to learn scales, you ain't playing modes. I can promise you that. You're still working on other stuff.
This chart shows each pattern and the mode associated with it.
I love the incomplete C major scale, too. Don't even finish that thing.
Starting a major scale on the first
Oh, no.
degree, I play.
Oh, God, make the chart longer. No! Throw these words at you. Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian. It's like, what does that mean? You already have to deal with XX, CX, YX. XX Dorian? Dude, XXX Mixolydian? Kind of true, actually. That's the one that would get you there.
Starting patterns on different scale degrees.
What about minor scales? Dude, we ain't even touching that. Or minor scales? No way.
The natural minor scale is
No, we have to learn a whole new set of modes for harmonic minor. Let's see harmonic.
non-diatonic.
Dude, melodic minor is going to be a nightmare with this thing. Oh my god.
I don't cover the harmonic and melodic minor scales.
Did you say I don't care about harmonic and melodic minor? I care. Dude, if you don't care, I don't care. How about that? You know who does care, though? Tom Hess. I think we can call it there, though. I've been filming for a while, and we've gone down quite the rabbit hole. This was the breakthrough guitar video. So this is actually kind of nice, because this is the origins of breakthrough guitar. Michael Pilateri. Sorry, I kind of dissed your thing. I was gonna say hopefully you're like making money doing this, but I actually don't, because I think I disagree with this whole thing. I think it's really pointless and bad, and I explained why. I'm just kind of throwing stuff around now. Video's a real stinker. I'll put it that way. I hope none of you follow that. And, you know, don't feel bad if you have followed that in the past, because you didn't know better. You hadn't seen my video yet. But if I made a convincing argument for you to not do that and do, like, the thing that I said instead, then you're welcome. And I hope that you were convinced by it. Out of all my years of playing, that is, like, just not something that we do. We don't do that. There are a lot of ways to do the exact same thing, and I think that the best way to do something is to do it in a way that you can actually explain to other people who are musicians and like use the common knowledge that we've all sort of accumulated and researched with music and apply it to your instrument. That's how all of their instruments work, except for guitar, because I think guitar, like historically, because it's a folk instrument, I think, right? You just typically don't have a teacher to like pass the torch to you. So everyone's just kind of starting from ground zero again. And when you do that, you end up with stuff like that. And that's like not helpful. Like it's helpful to get you to that final place that everyone else is at, but it's in a way that is just unexplainable and like kind of ridiculous. I don't know. That's what I got. Yeah, well, that's the end of this series of videos. This was the Breakthrough Guitar series. Hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, hopefully I didn't come across as too much of a a-hole. If I didn't, and if you're interested in guitar lessons with me, feel free to sign up for them. They're in the description. If you want to hear what I sound like, click on a practice log video and I'll play. I play what I'm working on in those. Oh yeah, merch. Want some merch? Boom, buy that. Leave some comments. If you disagree, feel free to say the nastiest, most hateful things to me. That's fine. I was being pretty nasty today, so I totally deserve it. Well, this has been Cameron from Sore Hands. I'll see you in the next one.